All right, just wanted to take a second and show my Starlink flagpole, hitch-mounted flagpole setup. I've got it connected online right now. The dish is about 21, 22 feet up in the air, something like that, off the ground. I've got it mounted, just to test everything, I've got it mounted to the hitch of my truck. I decided to do a hitch mount specifically for flexibility when we're out boondocking. I've seen a lot of people put ladder mount poles on the back of their RVs, which I like that idea. I'm sure it's more stable than the hitch mount. The issue that I have with that is when we go out in the forest, we typically like to camp underneath a tree or underneath trees for shade. And you know, having the mount back there, you either sacrifice your signal or you can't park where you want to park. So really didn't like that idea. Lizard on the wall over there. Really didn't like that idea, but thought about the hitch mount. I've actually got a receiver on the back of our RV. Came like that from the factory. So we got that one. If we do park in the clear, I can put it there, or I could just set it on the roof, one or the other, with the included floor mount, or the whatever you call that thing. If we are out in the forest and I'm not clear behind my trailer, I've got flexibility now to hook it up to my truck. I can park my truck once I get the longer 150-foot cable that I ordered, and I can park the truck a significant distance away in a clearing, hook it up like it is right here off the hitch on the truck. And then I've got a side-by-side too that I added a receiver to, so you know, if we needed to take the truck into town or drive in to get gas or something like that, I can park the side-by-side next to the truck, swap that over to the side-by-side, and so I've got 3 different options for how to mount it when we go camp somewhere. So that was the reasoning behind it. What I've got is a Amazon flagpole mount, or a hitch mount flagpole. I've got a Trimax, I don't know what they call it, a hitch stabilizer or a rattle eliminator, whatever you call those things. Basically the hitch pin goes into a sleeve on the inside, right? So this is hollow. On the inside there's a metal piece with a nut on the inside, and this threads into it, and you tighten that down, and it takes almost all the play out of that, so that doesn't rattle around. I got the sleeve that came with the flagpole. This is a 25-foot flagpole. Got that in there, got these tightened down. And then on the flagpole itself, on each one of these, I saw a good idea in one of the groups I'm on to add these hose clamps, because these are twist lock. I guess over time, you know, the wind picks up, these things will move back and forth, and over time these things will untwist themselves and they'll fall down. So somebody had a good idea of adding hose clamps here to prevent it from falling if it untwists itself. Notice the 25-foot flagpole. For stability, what I'm testing is I don't have these all extended the full amount. I've actually got it down a foot, so the bottom of the pole is, you know, here, and I did that for each one of the sections. That loses me 4 feet of height, but I think it's going to be more stable that way. But if we're in a calm area, you know, I can extend those all the way up if I want to. And then as far as sway goes, I had read something online. Somebody contacted Starlink at one point asking about sway, I think for mounting one of these in a tree. And what they were told supposedly by Starlink support was that as long as this thing doesn't move more than 3 feet all the way up there, it should be fine, won't have any signal issues. So, you know, if I come over here and give this thing a good couple of shakes, I can get it to sway. That's just me pulling on it, right? But even at that, I don't think it's moving 3 feet. You know, I can see maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet, something like that. So I think this will be all right. I think it'll work well. The other thing I wanted to show, you know, when we're out in the forest, I don't want to be running the generator all the time. I didn't want to buy an inverter because I don't want to drain the house batteries on my RV. So I actually bought one of these EcoFlow River Pro battery, what do you call it, it's power stations, and I've actually got the extra battery that goes with it. That gives me 1,440 watt hours of capacity, and this thing draws, I'd read online, it draws, you know, an average maybe about 50 watts. Right now it's powered on, it's drawing about 30 or so. But 50 watts at 1440 watt hours of capacity, 50 watts will get me almost somewhere around 30 hours continuous usage for this. I also bought the solar panels, 160 watt solar panel, so I can charge this when we're out camping. And then, normally when we're out there, we'll run the generator once or twice a day for at least a little bit. Run the microwave for cooking breakfast or dinner. If it gets warm during the afternoon, we'll run the air conditioner for an hour or two. So between the solar panel and the generator, I don't think I'll have any problems keeping this thing charged and keeping Starlink powered full time. I am on the RV plan. I'm in the Phoenix area, so it's pretty congested here. I know the RV customers get deprioritized compared to the residential customers. But we'll just go ahead and do I'm online here. I don't know if we'll be able to see this or not because of the sun, but I'll go ahead and do a speed test and just see where we're at right now. It's not bad. It's what, in the 50s, and it's 3 o'clock or 3:20 on a Friday afternoon. All right, yeah, so I'm on the, it says right there, RV limited. I can't tell if it's testing the upload speed or if it's just getting 0. Let's try the advanced test and see what it does. All right, 70, 77, 70. Obviously this is not out in the middle of the forest camping. I've got clear sky, no obstructions at all. So I haven't had this out camping yet. We just got it about 3 days ago. Yeah, so 66 down, what, 7 up. Yeah, so not bad. It's not cable, or we've got fiber at our house right now. Not that, definitely, but it's not designed to be either. So yeah, that's not too bad. Anyway, just wanted to do kind of proof of concept before we went out on our first camping trip. Make sure this all got set up right. Maybe make sure it wasn't super unstable, which it doesn't look to be. Obviously we'll see what happens if we are out and get some wind. But I think I'm happy with this for now.